Good morning, everyone. It's Lori Staley, Addicted Stamper with Stampin' Up. And it is, what is it? It is Thursday. It is Thursday, September 14th, 2023, a little after 10, because I had problems going live over here as well. And I see that it did not take my update. So anyway, I am here. If you are here, please give me a shout out, a like or a love to let me know. Doesn't look like I'm going to see comments because that column is not there. Oh my goodness. Are we having fun yet? You gotta love technology, right? I'm going to try coming in another way to see if I can see comments. Oh, this might work. Okay, this might work. So if you are here, give me a shout out. Let me know, just so I'm sure that this is actually working and it's not just a figment of my imagination. I literally had texted my VA and said, well, I can't go live on YouTube either. And then it actually took it. Hey, Debbie, okay, so you can see me and you can hear me. Hallelujah, right? Nothing like technology causing us a little bit of challenge on a Thursday morning, but we are here and we are going to do it here and we are going to be here until Facebook gets the API issue figured out for connectivity with Zoom. So that means that my plan right now is to be here on Sunday night. I will double check Sunday. I'm going to be flying in from a retreat, but I will double check to see if I can go live on Facebook, but let's just plan for me to be on YouTube and I'll post over there if things have changed. And then of course, Tuesday I'll be back here, but I'll be back here Tuesday at 8 again in the evening versus at lunchtime because I'll be out of town on Tuesday. Okay, so what do I have laying in front of me? I have lots of things going on in the Addicted Stamper world that I want to share with you. Good morning, Deborah. Hey, Carol. The first one is, this is my creativity delivered for the month. This is the Sending Cheer class, right? You get enough supplies to make 2 of each of these adorable cards. Okay, and you get a full pack of these pretty flat adhesive back sequins. You get the embossing folder Christmas Tidings, which is a brand new forward. And you also are going to get a half a pack of Walk in the Forest designer series paper. Now this will be cut 6x6 for mailing. So if you're ordering a to-go kit, it'll be cut to 6x6 for you. And you will need the Sending Cheer bundle. So you can add that onto your registration. The registration link should be below the video. I'll have to check that out afterwards just to make sure it is there. And it's $30, $9 priority postage if we're shipping it to a long distance friend. So keep that in mind because registration, I think for that ends either the 17th or the 18th. So you want to make sure you get that if you are interested in it. Thank you to those of you that have already ordered it. I appreciate that. All right, so that's what's happening. And we've seen that before, but I have another Double Down Saturday coming. And that is an in-person event with a to-go option for one of the 2 classes. Hey, Verna. Yeah, my phone was horrible. I actually ended up deleting mine. It was just horrible. So it is what it is. I don't know, maybe we broke Facebook, correct? Because we're all out there doing our thing. Anyway, September 30th, I have a Double Down Saturday in my studio. One of the classes is available for a to-go option, and that would be my Stamp-A-Stack. So these are the projects for this month's holiday or Christmas Stamp-A-Stack. This one is a little bit of a fun fold. Okay, so it's going to sit up like that. And I love, love, love this one. I love this paper. I love this die set. I love everything about this. Then we have our poinsettia or poinsettia, depending upon how you say it. We have our cute little very cute bear. And then we have the beautiful, this is the new that was just released on the 6th, right? It's in the online store. This is the adhesive backed glimmer paper. This is the gold, of course. Road trip. Hey, Jen. Yes, you did find me, Donna. Good job. So yeah, so you're going to get enough supplies, as I said, to create 4 of each of the cards. You will also get a goodie bag valued at over $20 in product, some of which you will use on the projects, and the rest you'll have to take home and create additional cards with. You'll get a full color PDF. Of course, envelopes are standard with my Stampa stacks. And the cost for that is $32. It's a quick turnaround, okay? So it is September 21st is the deadline to register for this, so I can get the product ordered and cut and ready to roll by the 30th. So if you are interested in this, that link is also below. Again, 16 cards with envelopes, $20 plus goodie bag of products, and a full color PDF, and it is available to go, $9 postage. You had trouble getting online. So did I. Technology right now is not our friend. The other class that I'm doing, this is in person only, sorry, and it's very limited quantities. As a matter of fact, 2 were already taken this morning. So I only have 4 of this left. But how cute is this fall wall hanging? Now we're using some retired product on here, but that's okay, right? Sometimes we like to use our retired product. It kind of sits there on the shelf. Thank you, Betty, for sharing. So it's Happy Fall, little gnome. You could put a third leaf here in a different color. If you're not a gnome fan, that's fine. You'll have that option at the class, but you will get the plaque, all the supplies to make this, along with some goodies in a goodie bag, some product. And you will be able to do this for just $25. This is also on September 9th or 30th, September 9th, September 30th. So this is the other class in the double down. But unfortunately, like I said, this is only available in person. And there's only 4 left because I only was able to get 6 of the pumpkin plaques. So make sure you're signing up. My newsletter will come out at 11. So if you're on my newsletter list, the registration will be in there. If you're looking for the Sending Cheer Creativity Delivered class, that link is below, as is the link for the Stampa stack. I didn't put the pumpkin there because it is just local, right? Okay. What else is happening? Oh, and then I wanted to show you, look at this. This is the paper pumpkin coming for October. So how cute is that? That is adorable. It's going to be Christmas cards, as you can tell. If you are not a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you want to make sure you get subscribed by October 10th so you can get the Christmas kit. The Christmas kit is always beautiful. And I can't wait to get my hands on this one. So looks like it's going to be really cool. And I'm a village lover, as was my mother. So if there's little houses and trees and things like that in it, I'm all about it. I'm all about it. All right. So it is end of summer, although today it doesn't feel like it. It's very muggy here today. And I've been bustling around packing everything to leave. So yeah, I'm excited about it too. Oh, I'm sorry, Deborah. I am sorry. I don't know how that would mail. So I want to be, cautious and not have someone end up with a damaged product. What glue did I use on the pumpkin? Pretty sure I just used Tombow, some dimensionals, that type of thing. Okay, so we're gonna play with Lazy Days to say goodbye to summer, right? Even though, like I said, it's really muggy and hot here, but this is such a pretty set and it's so fun to create with. So we're gonna play with this one. This is in the annual catalog, and the dies, of course, cut out your stamped images, as well as we have some porch railing and trim, more porch railing, some greenery images on here, and then a standalone rocking chair that you wouldn't necessarily have to stamp in color, right? All right, so let me show you the first card. The first card is actually the one we did in my club. I can't remember which month. Might have been just last month, although it feels like it was much longer. Hello, Peggy. I love it. I love it that you got your coffee with a side of cards. That's awesome. Yes, this is my typical coffee and cards that I normally do on Facebook, but Facebook doesn't want to play with us anymore. At least not right now, those of us that are broadcasting through Zoom. So we're here. All right, so we're going to create this card. This is what I would call more of an avid crafter's card, but I did a lot of pre-work, so it'll go a little quicker for us. And we are using a base of Flirty Flamingo. And we are going to do a little blending to create our backgrounds, our sky and our porch. So I'm using Balmy Blue and Crumb Cake. Is that Crumb Cake cover not the oddest shade you've ever seen? It looks more khaki to me. I'm hoping it doesn't disappoint here. Using our blending brushes, which you know I love. And we're going to start at the top. Always start off your paper and come in, right? And I go in circular motions. I do not keep my finger down here, right? I move my hand back on the neck, if you will, of the brush to allow that head to flex. I feel like I get a smoother coverage that way. Less chance of adding a little pressure in one spot because the neck is bending as we color or blend. And I can always go back over, but I can't take away, right? So who loves the blending brushes? This is good that I'm doing this today because I think I need to re-ink my ink pad. We've been doing a lot of blending in Balmy Blue. Anybody love the blending brushes? The small ones are really cute too. All right, I think we're going to stop there with the blue and we're going to move to Crumb Cake. And I'm going to bleed that right up into the blue. That might be enough. I did get a little bit of a dark spot there. I'm not really sure how or why, but we're going to stamp the boards onto this. So I think we'll be okay. Actually, you have them? Betty does. Yeah, Corinne does. Yeah, they're awesome. I was so happy when they brought them out. We are going to stamp that in the Crumb Cake as well. And this is just to replicate the boards on the porch. That's about what we're going to do. Then we'll get our rug on there and our chair and table and all that fun stuff. Okay. So I did cut our porch. Okay. And we're going to go right there with that. And I also cut the railing out ahead of time. And I did not put, I should have put adhesive sheet on the back of the railings. I didn't put it on the back of here because you lose so much. Okay, where did the brown come from? You lose so much with your scrap. You use them, but not enough. Well, maybe I can inspire you a little bit today. What do you think? So we're going to put a little bit of liquid glue randomly across here and then mount this. If you're smarter than me and use your adhesive sheets, then you don't have to worry about this, right? Okay, and then we're going to do our railings as well while we're here. And I just have Tombow liquid glue in this applicator. I like the applicator because it gives me a little bit more control than what I had with just the regular applicator that the Tombow comes in. By the way, remember, if you haven't been on my Facebook page this week, you might want to go over and check that out because I am doing a giveaway for one of my favorite craft tools. And I think I'm doing the drawing on the 15th. So make sure you go over, check that out, leave your comment. Okay. Gonna let that dry for a beat so that I can trim that off. Hubby did the trash last night. He moved my trash can. I'm like, where did it go? Why did it leave me? And I should have kept this in, but that's okay. When we get our greens on there, you'll never notice. All right, let's put on some of our pieces. So I stamped the rug in Calypso Coral, which I know is a bit odd. Oops, the other way. Color combination with Flirty Flamingo, but it actually does work. This is just going to go on with adhesive, regular seal. Where did I get that? Where did I get what, Donna? Oh, the bottle? Well, I got it. Well, I didn't get it. One of my team members gave it to me, and she got it at one of the dollar stores. But we've scoured the dollar stores, and I don't think they have them anymore. But Amazon carries them. So if you're looking for those, you can get those at Amazon. Then I went ahead and I did pre-cut some of the greens. So we're just going to bring these up and around. We need about 4 of them. I know everybody wants the bottle. I don't know if like a craft store, like a Michael's or even a Hobby Lobby would carry them. Truthfully, I haven't been into those stores in a long time. And then we're going to bring this one across. Just kind of blend your stems in with the one before it. Okay. It's sticking more to my fingers than it is the paper, huh? That's what happens when I use Tombow. Anybody else have that problem? All right, so we got all of our greenery just about mounted. And then we'll come back. Once that's good and dry, we'll come back and we'll add in our daisies. I have our potted plant, and I just colored this with crumb cake. And the greens are light and dark old olive. That I'm going to mount flat as well. Right over here. And I have our table and our rocking chair. And all of this, all these dies that I'm using and all the design, the elements are all from Lazy Day. We're not mixing anything in here at this point. Put dimensionals on the chair and the table. Oh, that would be pretty, Peggy. Yes, very pretty. That's how you carry a summer set into the fall, right? I love that. And then I have a pillow. And I had a bird last night. Oh, there he is. Got the little bird. We're going to grab a little mini dimensional to go in the back of him because he's just tiny. I colored him with Azure Afternoon. And I actually am going to sit him right where the two banisters combine so it's less noticeable. And then I cut the little pillow out of a piece of the Les Shops Designer Series paper. So just give that a little bit of liquid glue and pop that on our chair. Doesn't that look like it's very inviting and ready for you to come sit down and have a glass of lemonade? And I'm going to mount this onto our card front. And my pink label has disappeared for your In My Thoughts. I'm going to stamp that in pecan pie. Did I mention that that's what I stamped all the furniture in? I stamped it in pecan pie and colored it with crumb cake. Oh, thank you, guys. So we'll go ahead and stamp this and then I'll mount it later. I'll get a layer of Flirty Flamingo behind it. When I do these, it's like stamping without any sight because I really can't see it. Well, that's a little high, but we'll go with it. So that's going to go right there with the layer of Flirty Flamingo behind it. And on the inside of our project, I did put something. Yes, sometimes the most productive thing you can do is relax. So both of those greetings, You're In My Thoughts and the Relax greeting, come from In the Moment. That is an annual catalog product that's been around for a while. I think it's at least the second or third catalog it's been in, right? Good morning, Christine. So we're just going to stamp this in pecan as well. It doesn't want to open up. Okay. And then the daisies are the cute little daisies that were part of, what was it, the Rain and Shine or Rain or Shine bundle, suite of products, right? So I just did a little dab of glue wherever I thought I wanted one. You can mix it up wherever you want them. No rules. No, I always tell my guests, I always say there are no rules in stamping. There's just, and there's no mistakes in stamping either. There's just opportunities for creativity. And then I'm going to use my putty on my Take Your Pick tool. And if you like the white daisies, you can mix some white with the yellow. That would be great. But I don't know about you. I would not want to try to pick all these little daisies up. With my fingers. I just wouldn't. Should we mix a white one? Let's mix a white one in. What the heck, right? You can't have all yellow. You can use the big or the small. I think I do like the yellow. I think they stand out better. What do you guys think? And they're not hard. If you have the Take Your Pick tool, hint, hint, go to that page, go to my page. If you have the Take Your Pick tool, they're not hard at all to pick up and put on here. If I can get these off, I'm going to put yellow on there. I just think the yellow stands out better. You could also color these with your blends. If you get down to you only have white, do a little blend coloring onto them, right? Where was that other one? Right there, I think. Okay, what do you think? That is project number 1 with lazy days, minus the greeting, which I will get on there. Okay, no mistakes either. That's right, Deborah, just opportunities for creativity. That's what I tell everybody. Okay, that is the first one. And we will move on now to our second one. Sure, my lid's back on my glue and my putty. Don't let your putty dry out. Although we do have replacements for the putty, so you'd be okay. All right. We're going to mix now. We're going to mix Lazy Days with Warm Welcome. And I think this is a stamp set that hasn't gotten a lot of love, right? It's kind of cute, and it has a lot of great elements to it that you can mix and match with other projects. So for this one, I mixed and matched and gave us the door and the hanger, or the hanging sign. We still are going to use our chairs and our potted plant. I mixed the color a little bit there than from what I did on the last one. I used real red for the door, and I used some smoky slate for the background. And I left it blank inside because it's kind of like a friendship card, a miss you card, something like that. But we have all the stamps. I love the cat. Presents are great. They'll be a great stack under a Christmas tree too. If you color them in Christmassy colors, that'll be perfect. And then this is a messy die set, but we have, I'm looking at that thinking that belongs in Lace Shops. I think I'm gonna have to check that out. I think that got in the wrong thing. But there's our door. We've got a couple different sizes of doorknobs. We've got a door knocker, our presents. I used this for our sign. Here's a door handle. And then you can put labels on or plaques on and put the number, the house number. So how cute would that be if you were going to stay with someone? I do think that belongs in Lace Shops. I'm going to leave that out. So if this is one that you haven't taken notice to, it is also in the annual catalog. And we're going to use the new exposed brick embossing folder, okay, to do our white for the front of our house. And I also did timber on the sign. So I want to make sure my brick isn't going vertical, it's going horizontal. So we'll run that through. And grab all of our pieces and parts here. So again, I already did the chairs. There's our sign. We're going to run that through with timber. So they're both 3D embossing folders. So my sandwich is going to be just the platform without any adapters or cutting pads. The embossing folder and the specialty plate, which is gray if you have the newer machine. If you have the older machine, it's like a blue acrylic. Your machine is fighting you and it doesn't want to go through, go back and make sure you removed everything. Mine was like really tough and I'm like, no, that doesn't make any sense. That's because I left the thin adapter number 2 on. All right, so there is our sign. And I just realized I should have stamped it before I embossed it. So we're going to give that a whirl. See how that goes, right? Okay. Our brick looks good. We're going to put our door down right over here. I did go ahead and attach the knob because I was afraid I would lose it. It's so tiny. So we will attach right about there. Give ourselves room for our chairs. I stamped the chairs in pecan pie and I colored them with pecan pie and daffodil delight. believe it or not. This is Dark Daffodil Delight, and that's what I did on the seat and the back. And then I used the old olive for the planner in the light and dark. So these we're just going to mount flat, and we'll pop the planner. This is something I hope to be able to do someday, is just sit on the porch. Sit on the porch and relax with my husband. Although, in all honesty, he is 1,000 times worse than I am. And it does worry me a lot. All right, pop the plant. We'll put that right here in between our chairs. And then we're going to try to stamp our greeting. Let's spend time together in the pecan pie. Oh, well, that worked. That's good. This little guy came out of that die set. Let's poke out pieces in the bow. And I do have adhesive sheet on the back of this, which may be how I get the little pieces out. Sometimes when you take the adhesive sheet off, those little pieces in the center just pop right out with it. Okay. We're going to hang that sign right there. Just like that. And that's going to go on our card front. Gently with the adhesive, right? Because we don't want it to tear our paper. So here's a new thing that Zoom is doing. Partway through, it sends me away from you all. So let me take 1 second here to see if I can get back in so I can see you all. There we are. You dream of that Verna? Yeah. Well, that's the problem with your son. He's a little too much like you in that orientation. And then I left this blank, as I said earlier, just so you can stamp something in there. Verna is my mother-in-law, in case you're wondering. And there we go. Project number 2, combining it with the warm welcome stamp set, which I thought worked very well. I'm still here. That's good. I'm glad I'm still here, because sometimes you just don't know when those things happen. Okay. So our third project, which is our last one. This was my first play with Darling Details. Thanks, Deborah. And really, I didn't play with the stamp set yet. I just played with this particular die. But look how cute this frame's going to be. And then we have one that resembles, hi, Pat. It resembles Country Corners. Is that the name of the die set? And then, of course, you have all the images to cut out your stamped images. Plus, you've got some extra dies in here, a cute little border. So this is a really cute bundle. I can't wait to do a little more with it. But I didn't want to just do an entire porch again. And I thought about just doing a circle with a rocking chair. I thought, well, no, I want to do a little more than that. So let me show you what I did. It is similar in that we got a porch, but we've layered it. We've brought it down. So we reduced the size. We've got Lemon Lolly as our card base, a layer of Pool Party, and then we're going to cut the Gorgeous Grape with that cute die. Now, who would have thought of putting these three colors together? Lemon Lolly, Pool Party, and Gorgeous Grape. But I love it. I absolutely love it. And sometimes it's always a surprise when you cut the die, what you end up with, right? I've had a couple where I thought I was going to end up with the opposite of what I got. Oh, thank you, Peggy. Oh, thank you, Peggy. That's awesome. Yes, please give me thumbs up if you like what you're seeing, guys. So there's our frame. This cute little piece, you might have seen, if you're a subscriber, this I used on last week's Freebie Friday, or maybe it's coming up. Maybe it's this week's Freebie Friday. I lose track. And I went ahead, did the blending brush. You watched me do that on the first one, did the same thing down here, stamped our background. We're going to put a couple of our porch railings on here as well. Okay, just like that. So let's go ahead and do that, because this is going to get mounted then behind our frame. Oh, thank you, guys. Now don't fight with me. Never fight with you when you're trying to mount them. Okay. We're going to go ahead and hang our planner too. And I use the copper clay blends to do the pot on here. And then my good old olives. And I think I used a little mossy meadow on this one though too. So we're just going to put that flat. I think it felt like there was adhesive coming out of there. There we go. Okay, now I think we're safe to go ahead and mount. I'm going to pop that up just one more, a little bit. Now we're good. So I want to make sure all my little dots are out. Pretty much if you run your fingers over the backs, they just fall out. So that's a great die. It's not hard to cut. You could do adhesive sheet on the back of it if you wanted to. It has stitching and it has that fancy edge on it, which is kind of nice. Okay. I'm just going to pop that on there. I'm going to go ahead and mount that. Those little purple dots will go everywhere. You think this one's your favorite? I can see my eyes did not do well in finding all the little dots. There's still some in there, but that's all right. And then I used the die, the standalone die that cuts out the rocking chair. So we didn't stamp this one. We used the die that cuts it, and it actually cuts and embosses at the same time, which is always nice. We're going to use some mini dimensionals on the back of that to pop that up. Put one more on there. Well, I'm very happy that you all found me today. And I appreciated Thelma posting in the group. That is another possible option. I don't think they have taken the ability away to go live in the groups. So I might be able to do that. But for right now, we're gonna hang out over here. This is your favorite? Awesome. Dark lemon lolly for the drink, because apparently I was hung up on lemonade when I was creating. I don't even drink lemonade. I told you copper clay for the pot. I stamped it in Pebbled Path, and then I colored it in with light smoky slate. So then, let's see. It's Always a Good Day is going to be stamped in Gorgeous Grape. I'm very brave, aren't I? I did all that and mounted it. And now I'm going to try to stamp it. Okay. And then on the inside, we're going to put when you take time for yourself, because none of us do that, do we? At least not in any consistent pattern. And now y'all went away completely. My computer died. Yeah, I know. Okay. Everybody still there? Well, if you're still there, my apologies. My computer died. So yeah, there's the final card. If you're still there, I apologize. I apparently just am not doing well with technology today. There's our 3 projects. I appreciate you all watching. Don't forget, give me a thumbs up, a like, or a love. Let me know that you were here with a comment, and I will be drawing to give the projects away the next time we're together. Have a great one, guys. Take care. Bye. I'm going to move the camera, so if you get seasick, you might not want to watch.